Planning to Defeat Bob. A Terrible Story by Doglover61402 / The Christian Ninja. Hilda cleared her throat and paced in a circle around her office. She eyed the damaged cabinet against one of the walls. When the ghost of Lieutenant Bob Hunter had possessed Lyria, the cabinet was knocked over during the fight. Lyria was still traumatized from this, and Hilda was determined to never let it happen again. Gather around, children, and I will tell you a thing or two about ghosts.
What children?
Before we can discuss how to defeat an evil ghost, we first must know what we are up against, Hilda explained. She grabbed a piece of chalk from her desk and began scribbling on a blackboard.
Commander?
Don't interrupt me, please, Hilda said as she drew a sheet ghost on the board. Ghosts are the souls of dead people.
That's morbid.
Certain of the dead are granted re-entry into the mortal realm if they died with an extremely powerful, negative emotion. Hilda attempted to draw a brain on the board, but it didn't look great. She scratched over it and replaced it with a heart. These strong, negative emotions are targeted at someone they knew in the mortal realm. These could be the emotions of anger, grief, pride, or many others. I've even heard rumors of a ghost of regret haunting some clan of magic people outside of our nation.
Please don't tell me we have to defeat that ghost too.
That one's not our problem. Anyways, Bob's emotion is hatred, so he hates everyone, which is why he possessed you, Hilda said, drawing a crack through the heart.
I guess that makes sense. I'd be pretty hateful too if I got barbecued.
Don't talk about that, Hilda said nervously. And please stop interrupting. Even though ghosts feel pretty much the same way about everyone, their emotions are targeted at a specific person. Two things can happen to that target. On one hand, the ghost and the person can reconcile and make amends, which allows the ghost to return to the afterlife. Or, the ghost can kill that person and take their place in our world. Hilda turned dramatically and put her hand over her heart, clinking the chainmail sleeves against her armor. I am the object of his hatred, and Bob is trying to kill me.
Obviously.
And we have to defeat Bob before he can kill me, Hilda said, shaking her fist.
Again? Obviously.
But he has proven hard to defeat because ghosts also have a special power that matches their negative emotion. Hilda wrote power in large letters on the board. Ghosts of grief are destructive, representing the inner chaos of a grieving person. Ghosts of regret poison their enemies, showing the toxic nature of living in bitterness. Hatred, like our good friend Bob, comes with super strength, representing the forceful nature of hatred.
Bob is not our friend.
I was being sarcastic. Hilda shot an annoyed look at Lyria. We know the holy water works for 1 week, but that isn't enough to get rid of him forever. So, that's why Alan is going to help us. Hilda began drawing a super detailed sketch of Alan on the chalkboard. As she drew his handsomeness, she kind of forgot what she was supposed to be doing and started staring at the drawing.
Commander?
I was trying to remember how Alan said he would help us, Hilda said in a panicked voice. Anyways, Alan said he would use a banishment curse on Bob. Alan apparently knows a ton about curses and other weird stuff. He and I think that if we combine the curse with the holy water, it will get rid of Bob for good. Lyria scratched the side of her head.
Combining a blessing and a curse? That sounds like a really bad idea.
The commander smiled confidently. It'll work. Trust me. Lyria looked at her with a questioning glance for a moment, before shrugging it off. A sly smile replaced the confusion.
So, you mentioned Alan a few times. You're in love! You're in love!
Hilda's face turned red. No, I am not. Look out there! There's vegan cookies! Hilda pointed at the closed door to her office.
Vegan cookies?
Lyria exclaimed delightedly, turning to look at the door. Hilda ran to the window, opened it, and jumped out. She quickly ran away. Acknowledging her feelings about Alan to Lyria would be harder than defeating Bob. Thank you for watching. Lyria never did get those vegan cookies, because they don't exist.